up, everybody? I am your girl Candy, and guess what? I got Don Juan in the building, and we are about to speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. Oh, look at you! You right on time.
I was trying to, you know.
Right on time. So, Don Juan, did you watch the last episode of the reunion?
I did.
Did you now?
I did.
Now you know you my right hand, my main ace, you know, so I want to get your opinion on the reunion. Especially that third. That third episode was like confusing.
As hell.
Where's Nene? Can y'all I'm texting.
Looks like Nene's split.
It was confusing.
It was confusing. I was like, y'all brought Gail, and Gail didn't tell us nothing. And
Right.
I'm like, what is Gail doing here in the Brady Bunch Square? She ain't gonna tell us nothing.
It didn't make no kind
It
of
was
sense.
like, see, I was told to think about doing a recording, but then I thought about that I shouldn't think about doing it and told y'all that I'm not gonna do it, but I really thought about it but didn't do it. It was like, what are you
I was
talking
like,
about?
What? Okay. Oh Lord, look who we got coming in the door. Jeremy Haynes. Jeremy, we are shooting Speak on It. Why don't you get out the phone? Come on over here, honey. Keep your mask on.
Cause you be able. We're gonna have you speak on it too.
What am I speaking on?
We speaking on the Housewives episode 3.
The reunion.
Yeah.
The reunion.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, episode 3 of the reunion. So tell me, what did you think? Scoot on over so the people can
Can they
see
see
you.
me? Oh, okay. Episode 3 of the reunion. I really enjoyed it.
You did?
I did. I enjoyed it. I thought that y'all did a great job in the circumstances that we are living and dealing with. I thought it was probably more entertaining than a regular reunion.
Are you serious?
I think
Yeah.
a reunion as a
What?
whole was. I think 1, 2, and 3. I think episode 3 was kind of confused. It wasn't
but you know what?
It wasn't my.
And
like,
to be honest, in
perfect episode to like
reunion
watch.
histories, it's normally kind of draggy. The last one. to
No,
me.
the last one usually you get the first one, pow. The second one you be like, okay, and then the third one, pow.
I always feel like it's the first one, wow. The second one, oh, that was real good. The last one just be kind of dry. Because I feel like that's when they play all the clips. to
That
kinda
is true,
close
because
it out.
sometimes the third one be like, they could have just cut all that short,
I
just
feel like
left
you're
that in the
closing
second
up.
episode.
You're closing out the season.
I mean, I felt like it was close, but I still didn't get any closure. Like the snake is still floating around or not floating around. Like I don't know anything more than I did before we got into it. Do you know more? I mean, because maybe you know more insight. Did Gail call you and give you the insight?
Y'all ain't call me and give me no insight. I think what the situation is, I really like how Candy, she was doing the accountability for different situations. I think that I would have loved to see Nene there because she could, like, you know, close out give her side of the story. And, you know, I just feel like with her having, like, her fan base, like, they really wanted to hear her speak on it. But, to be honest, I feel like that's a good cliffhanger for the season. So
Why though?
But I don't think we want to talk about, and maybe it's wrong, maybe y'all know.
No,
I
I
don't
feel
think
like it was a
nobody
great
wants to
story
talk
that
about the snake gate
you would wanna
anymore
s-
after that. You wanted to be like, let's dead this, cut the snake
Right.
head off and keep it going.
Okay, so let me say my opinion about it. Okay, first of all, I kind of felt like, first of all, I was like, why didn't Nene leave?
Okay, she did tell one of the producers we need to put respect on her name
Yes, Birdman.
and that she is going to leave her laptop on the porch.
Because I was like, as much as she loved to go in on everybody, this would have been the perfect time for her to let Yvonne
coulda let her
have
have
it.
it.
And really, she could have just denied anything that Yvonne had to say, and everybody would have probably believed what she said because she was
Giovanna
there.
doesn't
Nobody-
seem very
not
reliable.
credible.
I'm sorry.
She's not credible.
She's not a credible source.
She already one time said that it didn't happen, and then she came back and said it did happen, but she was only doing it because so it's just like, girl, like, bye. Like, it's no way to me you're gonna justify recording somebody.
At
Are
all.
you that much of a follower that you would go and record people just because the other person told you to? So that's why I was kind of like, you know, when they asked me did I believe what she was saying, I was like, I don't know, right?
I
So-
like, I'm not gonna lie. Even if it's probably nobody in the group that she could have brought that evidence to, and I would have believed it. And I'm sorry to say that. Like, when I watched her, she wasn't a believable character. Like, even how she told the story. So, you know, it just wasn't believable.
But because she was so pressed and thirsty for more information, I basically told her what she wanted to hear. So this is where I take full accountability.
Yeah.
So it was like...
So you feel like she just came on there?
I think that she was looking for her 15 minutes of fame, and they gave her 7.5 on the reunion, and that's what she came for.
Okay.
Because I don't believe that the story was very accurate.
So what is the truth?
Yeah, what is the truth?
Did you record her PIN number or something? I thought that you said y'all were cool.
So let me say this. I walked away feeling like Yvonne's talking some bull. All right, but then this happened. So let me see if I can find it. Okay, so basically after the reunion was over, all of us were kind of like pooped and tired, right? And drained. And then also a lot of us was like very disappointed that Nene just walked out, because we was just like, you know, this is a show that she's supposed to be the HBIC of, and you just disrespected your own show, you know, like, because obviously we all want to make sure that we get the best content as possible, because, you know, at the end of the day, even if we don't like each other, you know,
We don't want to be on no whack show.
we don't want to be on a whack show. So a lot of us was like, okay, why did she just leave like that? So anyway.
It's like, why would you do it off camera if you're going to do it anyway?
Right. Okay. So Nene hit the group text, the RHOA group text, and basically was just trying to say that, you know, Yvonne was on some bullshit, and she wanted us to see, you know, basically her interaction with Yvonne. But when she sent these texts, we all was kind of like, nobody replied. Like, nobody replied to her message after she sent the text to the group text, because honestly, the text kind of like, to me, I don't know, and to one or two other people in that chat, it was like confirming
that they were together.
Yeah, like that they was talking together, like she knew exactly what Yvonne was doing, and Yvonne was checking in with her. So it was like say for instance, this one text, Yvonne. Now these are screenshots that Nene sent to our group chat. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Her screenshots of her conversation with Yvonne. So Yvonne says to her, okay, I'm meeting with Cynthia tomorrow night. Candy may or may not come. I don't know if I ever told you. I know Matt, Kenya's ex. He's family. I'm working on getting some dirt on that Kenya, because I already know she gonna try it. Now, Nene did not reply to that one, but she did reply another day, the next day or whatever. She says, hey, boo, just checking on you. This is Yvonne texting her. And then Nene says, what it do? Y'all meet up? So she's reporting to her. So I'm like, how is this helping your case? But at the same time, she doesn't, at that point when she sent us this group text, it's not like she knew what Yvonne had said to us. Yeah, so I don't really know what her point was to send these texts.
Maybe her point was to be able to speak, to say that
her character, Yvonne's
because I feel like
character.
Yvonne at the reunion, she was basically trying to say that she was sent to do it, but she decided not to do it. So maybe Nene is sending it to y'all to say
she was gonna do that regardless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, with that being said, that would be correct. But the thing is, what I took away from the show, I felt like Yvonne was trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm innocent, like Nene did all this. But I definitely walked away feeling like both of y'all was on some bullshit. And I really wasn't sure if it was both of them or just Yvonne, at that time. But when Nene sent this text,
I think it almost, to me, it kind of felt like if you want to go out there and do the dirty, then why would I not just be like, let me go ahead and sip this tea over there in the corner?
So at that time, I was like, okay, that's innocent enough. If you want to find out people talking shit, I'm happy to tell you.
Like, I don't know. It looks bad, but I don't know if
because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think what happens is any different from what any girl group would normally do. So if it's like a group of girls and some don't like each other, y'all gonna be in cahoots to try to take one group down.
She'd be like, oh, you gonna hang with them? Yeah, let me know what they over there.
Exactly.
So she probably was doing that, but I don't think you're right. It didn't look as good, but the fact that Giovanna kept reporting back.
Right. That was the problem.
And I think the problem was to know that it was somebody that was recording among y'all group and y'all didn't know who it was.
And for her to be okay with it.
I think Giovanna may have released some of these text messages because some parts of it do seem familiar. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I had some people hit me like, y'all just don't understand. Giovanna probably didn't release it because she couldn't legally. Here's what some people need to realize. Georgia is a one-side wheel audio. Like, you can record someone if one party that is recording knows that there is a recording. So if me and Candy are having a conversation and Candy is a part of the conversation and knows that it's being recorded, it is okay. The other person doesn't have to know as long as one party knows, if I'm not mistaken. So meaning in other states, you can't do that at all. Like, I have to say, you being recorded, this is blah, blah, blah. Some states are like that. So there was no reason where people was like, she just couldn't release it because it was illegal. That is not correct.
Well, Nene did send her lawyer, send Giovanna a letter from her lawyer to basically...
a cease and desist?
Well, I don't know what Giovanna has on Nene. I have no idea. All I know is that Giovanna is not really the type of chick that I feel comfortable hanging with. Like, to me, that was just out of line. I don't give a damn if you said Nene told you to record somebody. You are a grown woman, okay? You should know that that's not cool to be sitting up here recording people. And then when she was trying to justify, when we was talking, and then she was trying to justify, I was like, so basically you were trying to meet up with us
just to
record me or record either one of us. And she was like, well, no, this was after. I'm like, well, that makes it worse. Because if we actually was starting to get to know each other, actually had hung out before, and then you was going to record me after? I'm like, that is a low down, dirty.
Or do you look at it from this perspective? Maybe Nene just ain't want to film with her because she kind of felt like maybe she was going to turn her up, like blow her up and make her like a big enough part of y'all's cast that she would have a voice to come back the next season.
Why would she not want Giovanna here? I thought that they were friends or friendly.
Me too. I think we all thought that they were friends. The only one that hated Giovanna was me.
So it might not even be that she didn't film with her because she felt guilty. She might have just been like, I'm on some bossy.
I think she's smarter than
or
that.
Don Juan, you know, certain people that you won't talk to.
No, he's saying as far as like maybe Nene just chose to get up and leave because she didn't want to give Giovanna no life.
Her boss up move, like, you know what, I ain't finna, you know.
No, and I can totally understand not trying to get, just like think about it, even with you guys, if you go back and we're talking about recapping the season, when she was out of town with you guys, y'all was like, her, she can't be around us. You might as well go home, girl. Like, y'all wasn't trying to give her no interaction to be around y'all. You were like, I don't care. If she here, who talking to her? So I think it could have been a similar move. But I still think it was like, it left everybody still wondering and wanting, like, well, what does this mean? Or why did we do this? Or why is she here in this gold like outfit that she just picked up from Zara, and we up here like trying to listen to this? Like, nobody cared.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really cared. Like, everybody was literally like, but you didn't give me anything that you didn't already say. They went to the clips and it was like, okay, next. Like, it made you
I think the one thing
but
that
it also made you like look at, I was on the edge of my seat like,
I was.
Oh wow, like this is interesting. It was another part.
What part made you interested?
I thought it was interesting because I felt like it was like such a big topic of y'all season. So it was kind of like, I feel like y'all definitely got the answers that y'all needed. Y'all did what y'all did.
Okay. So if you got the answer, what was the answer to you? What did you take away from it?
I took away from the snake thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then you really found out who the person was.
Okay, so who is it?
So I feel like it would be Johanna's. She would be the
So you still felt like she was the sole culprit?
Oh, she did it by herself?
Right.
I can't say that I feel like she did it by herself. I feel like I said a little bit earlier, I feel like that's no different. Probably like when y'all are filming the show, you know how like you might have your side and you might have your side. I think that was a part of like her group and her alliance. So I don't feel like that's no different. Like if you call somebody that you cool with and be like, look, we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that, we ain't doing this. So I feel like the only thing that is maybe that could come off distasteful is to record people that you don't know, act like you cool with them, and just to record them. Like, you know what I mean?
I really felt like it was a waste of a block.
A block, for her to be there.
I feel like that block could have stayed X'd out. Like there was nothing.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. From him
didn't give me
saying
nothing.
that, that's probably the approach that Nene was looking at it. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, it just didn't give me, like, as a viewer, not as a person who, like, I'm not around their group all the time. Like, I was sitting there like, okay, well, what is this getting ready to tell me? And I walked away like.
It was interesting though. From
Like, I'm not gonna lie, it made me be like, shut up, this sounds so stupid.
No, but
like, what are we sitting here talking about?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I felt like, I don't care if Nene did tell you that. As a grown woman, you should know better. Like,
Yeah, it was like.
But to be honest, I feel like it's something different because I feel like every season y'all show is so innovative. It's something so different that happens. Nothing like that has ever happened on one of y'all seasons. So I felt like that was interesting. As like someone watching the show, it just made you really be like, oh wow, like it was interesting to see.
Wow, there are people that dumb though to do something like that. They're thirsty to be a part of the group that you would go and record people.
But let's talk about any of them. So within the group, it was a lot of fractured friendships we saw this show. So after we left this episode, do you feel like Nene and Cynthia will be back close friends?
Well, hold on, let me answer this, Riley.
I'm like, were you asking Cynthia? I didn't know where she was going.
Riley texted me.
I think that they're gonna be cordial.
Yeah, because I don't
they'll
think
ever
that. I don't
be-
feel like
I
when
think
I
they'll be
watched
cordial.
it, I don't feel like it was like animosity. With
I think they'll be
and
cordial.
Cynthia. Yeah.
I think, of course, as you look at the Eva and Portia dynamic.
But I feel like by the time you got to the end of the situation, the end of the episode, I don't feel like it was like that bad.
The Eva and Portia,
Which
I don't
one
think
are
they
we
will
talking
ever
about?
come back.
Oh my goodness, that right there,
I don't think-
that was a.
I don't think they'll. I
That
think
was
they're
a
gonna
little-
they're gonna be tense for a while.
But you know what though? Here's my thing. It's like, yeah, it feels like they're in a bad place, right? But then when you look at Nene and Portia was in a bad place. And now they seem like they riding for each other. So
You
that's
and
the thing
Nene
that-
are in not the best
So
place
that's
now.
I would say this.
things change is my
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
Threatened Eva though. Has she ever threatened Nene?
No, she told her she'd give her virtual ass whooping. That was funny. She definitely did that.
She did do that.
So I think that one's a little fractured for a while.
I think that all with the show, like I feel like y'all all have y'all moments where y'all be.
Yeah,
be-
but some
y'all
of them
all
go
can-
longer.
Some of them go longer, but
Like Kenya and Nene, they are like the epitome of oil and water.
Yeah, and I like to see them like.
But they are like oil and water. Like they read each other like a chick that you don't care if it's her mama funeral and I'm gonna come and talk. Like I'm gonna be like, yup, your mama died. Like they go there.
Yeah.
Like and you be like, you know this is the funeral, right? Like they don't care.
Yeah, but the thing is, I like to see that. It's like good for the show. Like you know what I mean? It's super entertaining.
So yeah, like that one, Kenya and Nene, that one, I think Portia and Eva, Kenya and Nene, that's gonna be fractured for a while. That's my opinion. I think
Who's
that
that?
one. Portia and Eva, Kenya and Nene, that's gonna be a fracture for a while, I
Do
think.
you think Cynthia's cool with her?
I think Cynthia will balance it out and be
Cynthia gonna be cool with everybody.
Yeah, Cynthia's gonna be,
She's just cool.
but like I think that two dynamic may be a little weird for a while.
Okay.
What about Candy and Nene?
I think that well, I think it's a very weird dynamic because I'm not gonna lie, even when I look at it, I'll be like, why are y'all arguing?
So I feel like this.
You know why we are?
No, but meaning like it comes like
it's not
so-
about anything that's on the
No,
show.
it's so random to like people where it be like, but y'all was just like,
Yeah, so I feel like
Fine.
this with you and Nene Candy. I don't know what is happening between y'all, but I feel like y'all should sit down without the girls, and y'all should have y'all own come to Jesus powwow or y'all own duke it out with just y'all two, just to get to the bottom of the situation without everybody like in the background.
Okay.
You know, I feel like y'all should kind of hash y'all's shit out together. You know what I mean?
Okay, so to her credit, we had our first little back and forth was on our little Housewives group text, and she tried to hit me on the side and was saying whatever about. She was saying that she wasn't talking about me, right? But I was like, yes, you were, but I didn't. At that time, I didn't show the clip of what I was saying that she was talking about me on. And so she was just like, well, whatever. So I'm like, okay. But then she had got on the Tamar show or whatever. I mean, the live or whatever, and was like, yeah, Candy thought that I was saying something about her, but I had to get her together. And I'm like, no, you ain't have to get me together here. Let's see what everybody else think. Did everybody think you was talking about me or not? And that's what I posted.
Okay.
And so that's when she had got real upset, and then she called herself, cussing me out on the text message or whatever. And we was cussing each other out on the text message or whatever. That was a private back and forth text. But my whole thing is, I guess her point is that she did try to have a conversation with me offline. But this is my thoughts. Our back and forth, whatever was going on, the things that I felt like you said about me on social media or that you said on your YouTube, those things were public. You know what I mean? And you want to privately get this, resolve
so
it.
it's with the public disrespect doesn't mean a private apology.
Yes, exactly. That's how I felt. And it was only within like 2 weeks of the reunion. So my whole thing was, okay, I'm not finna make up with you now. We finna have the whole reunion it had to be working out everybody's disagreements or whatever. You're not finna make it all cool before we get here. We gonna deal with it when we deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And she and I don't really have a relationship like that outside of the girls, to where we really talk outside the group or outside of the show for real.
I mean, so I think sometimes it
might as well work it out on the show.
It has moments like we've hung out with her.
Yeah.
Like we were all as a group in New York. We've hung out with the so like it has moments, and she's super fun when all that happens. But I think the alpha female of both of you all is more like, who finna? I ain't finna do it first. I ain't finna do it first either. Her too.
That's her Taurus side.
I think that both the alpha female in them is like, oh, she thinks she got me. Oh, I got her. Oh, what?
That's why I feel like with her.
I think with both
Candy
of them.
and Nene, I think y'all's conversation y'all need to have is just without everybody and just y'all two, so y'all can really get to the bottom of it without people giving their input, because y'all really is on two sides. You got this side and you got that side. So you don't need the people from her side and people from your side. Maybe y'all just need to duke it out and figure it out. Just
well,
with y'all.
child, we will see if that ever happens, honey.
Well, so I will be tuned in.
I don't know who talking to who, where y'all going. I don't know.
This whole situation is confusing even for people like myself who are actually on the show.
Yeah, it's one of the
I left confused. I definitely felt like, with the Yvonne situation. The only thing, as far as Nene's involvement, I don't know the depths of her involvement of it or not. I think I was more disappointed with her not staying to deal with whatever needed to be dealt with. Just because
that's what y'all do every
That's what we do at reunions. And I think I was more disappointed about that than
the actual Yvonne part.
Than the Yvonne part, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I just felt like, this is what we do. This is what we get paid to do.
I mean,
and so don't be calling us on no speakerphone when you got the computer sitting right there. That was annoying to me. The computer is right upstairs in your room, lady. Why are you going over here calling back on the speakerphone? And that's the other thing that y'all didn't get to see that was funny. We actually heard what she was saying on the speakerphone, but they did not play that for y'all.
For the reunion, let me see. I would give this one a 6.
Is that
as episode
for all
3?
three? Oh,
No, episode 3.
Okay.
Episode 1, it was an 8 or 9 because it was funny as all get out.
I think this was one of y'all better reunions.
Episode 1 was
it was really good.
Was definitely fun, and I think you had some stuff I will hands down say they can hate her or love her. Kenya's gonna give you the very I can't believe she just said that classy reads.
No, yeah.
I think Henny Portia was coming for blood too.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
I think Eva stepped up to the plate and actually played in the baseball game, whereas normally she sits in the outfield.
What?
Yeah, normally you just kind of be like, oh, okay, you're pretty. I think she stepped up to the plate. Marlo and Tanya, they didn't have to add them squares either. Nothing was resolved.
Damn.
I think like Eva talked some and she got emotional. Like I think it was good to see a vulnerable side. Like it felt, but like it was like, okay, for the reunion was the first time I got that from her. Cynthia, I don't know why it sounded like she was up underwater the whole time. It drove me crazy. Like, really? Yes, her audio was horrible. And it was like, I don't know. I didn't want to hear her talk because it sounded like it was a Muppet conversation.
It's funny what you get when you listen to other people.
It was just like driving me crazy. But I think she, she spoke her piece. I think you spoke up in the third episode, and then I wasn't expecting the whole Nene back and forth.
That was in the second episode.
Second episode, but then no, in this last episode when it came to Yvonne, I think you spoke up. I think with that, I don't know if it's editing or not. I think as a viewer, they wanted to feel like Kenya is a strong woman. They don't need you to talk about or be Kenya's defense because the people felt like you was her defense, and they was like, she can handle her own without you, trust me. I think Nene's just like, it could have been better, but like, it was just like, loud, shut up, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know.
I will say that I feel like in part 3, the thing that I feel like was missing the most was Nene. Because from watching Housewives all these years and from being at the reunions, like that's what like even like me and my friends, we love to hear those one-liners. Like you can take iconic one-liners from Nene, from from Candy, from Portia, from seasons, and you could send them in group chats. And I think that was a big part of it that was missing because I really wanted to see like.
But I think it's been missing. Can I be honest? For the last few seasons, because what I say to you is this: Nene's been there, but not present to me, and I don't care who says it. She's been there, but like she shuts down. Now, instead of like facing it, like she'll have a reunion and he'd be like, you have something to say? No.
Oh, yeah,
no,
she has done that for a while.
It's fine. No. Whereas before, she'll be like, I said it. Yeah, I said what I said. And I'm not taking it back. And what you going? And now she just like, no, it's fine. It's okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. And you'd be like, that ain't what
Yeah, but sometimes
I'm here for you for.
What can happen is like, what if you get caught up in a moment in the like I don't want to say like scene, but like when y'all are actually in the situation and then months have passed and y'all maybe have gotten that cool, so you don't want to touch on that because it might could start and
no.
I
get you.
You know how like you'll watch something on there, Candy, and like somebody will say something and they might apologize like in the scene or off camera, and then when y'all go back to
when you
be like, I don't want to go back to that place with
that happens.
When she said anything she said, she's gonna be the bad guy. That's when she started shutting down.
Yeah, she feels like that she's always made out to be the bad
guy. And I don't think it's the bad guy, but like people know that you're gonna get that. Like I know Kenya gonna come and be like, here go my dictionary of it. I understand and know that with the reunion. So I think that that's the thing. Like when she's there, I want her to be there because like she's funny, regardless of no matter if anybody gets along with her, she's funny and the she say will have you laughing. So you're like, well, when you present, it works. But all that passive aggressive, I ain't here for that because it's like that's not entertaining. Like the defensive passive aggressive is not entertaining. You get what I'm saying?
Makes
like
sense.
So I would prefer the just this is what you're doing. This is what like. We can all be defensive at points on things that said like you can be defensive if they say you don't check such or you don't blah blah blah. I could be defensive, like we can all have a defense, but we still can't just be like, no, I'm not gonna say anything. Right. No, it's like, well, why are you here?
Right. So is that your overall wrap up?
So I'm gonna say like the last part, and then I'm gonna dip out. I gotta finish working. It's something that we're working on for.
Hence why she got this wig on.
Yeah. This is a part of what we're about to reveal. I think that maybe like next season, I think what would be dope is if you guys came in on like on a high note, like with everybody. Because I love to see when y'all all are together having fun. Like that is really, really funny to me to see y'all like when y'all are all getting along.
Like you about to fall asleep.
No, I didn't say I want the drama, but what I'm saying is if you watch that, then they would be on another network and y'all would be saying, oh, that show got canceled.
Yeah, but no, the thing is, no.
Positive shows.
I'm going to tell you something about Atlanta Housewives. Atlanta Housewives, yeah, they bring you good drama, but they don't have to bring, they're funny. So, like, they can even be funny when they're getting along. Also, I think it would be dope if, I don't know, I think y'all should bring, like, people back from the past. Because I feel like this with the show. I feel like they always bring a lot of new people in to kind of play with the new people. But really, a lot of the people like me, I work with a lot of y'all on the show, but a lot of people like me are really invested in some of the old talent. So I love to see like, because I feel like those beasts are like real, like y'all have real history. Like maybe with Joanna, like she's new this season, so it's just like one season. I feel like the show would catch your eye even more if you bring people back from the past, like close some other relationships, open up some new, like, you know what I mean? I think Blast from the Past would be good.
I think we tried it a lot, and sometimes they don't stick.
I love it though when y'all bring people back. I love it.
I just hate it that they don't stick. Like, sometimes it's just like, it's never the same.
Right.
I think it just doesn't feel
Or
the
do y'all
same.
think people just be anticipating them coming back and after that one episode?
Usually they get a few episodes, you be like, yeah, because I'm gonna be honest. I love me some Sheree Whitfield. If the first few, you was like, oh, she back. She coming in there like sipping tea in her interview.
You're right.
And then it was just kind of like,
I love Sheree on
no,
there.
I loved her, but it got to
Yeah,
a point.
Sheree can hold her own.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like after that part wears off, then you really have to like have a lot of story just in general with all of the women, or else it's just kind of
Right.
like, oh, well,
Sheree
you
to me
did that
is
for
one
a
of them
shock
kind of
failure.
people that can get into it with somebody and she don't need like nobody have.
No,
she
no,
can
no.
do it.
When I
Like,
say
you know?
hold her own,
Yeah.
I'm always for like Sheree Whitfield gonna give you some memes. She gonna not
Yeah.
hold her
Yeah,
back.
for sure.
All
Yeah.
of that is good, but I'm just saying I think that's where it goes like, and then you be like, oh, that didn't work. Like it's almost like a trick where it's like, no, this is how the group works. Sometimes I stop talking to you, I blah blah blah. That's really how it works. But I don't think you have to necessarily bring, because newer people, what I realize in this group, have zero apprehension or whatever
Well,
when
see,
they
that
come.
could be good or bad because I feel like a lot of times when the newer people come on there, they don't really necessarily know y'all that well. So I feel like that's like somebody like me coming onto the show. Like I would just basically be coming on there, making assumptions off of what I've seen on TV versus getting to actually know you. So I feel like a lot of times when they bring newer people on there, I don't want to use the word fan, but like they kind of come in there like almost like,
You think they come on like a fan?
I just think that when it a
So
lot of times.
are you trying to say Tanya came on as a fan?
No, not at all. Like,
Are you trying to say Yvonne came on as a fan?
No, I'm not saying it. I'm just saying when they come
Are
on.
you trying to say Eva came on as a fan?
No, Eva was already a celebrity.
I'm just asking, well, who came on as a fan? I want an example.
I'm
Now
just
the
saying-
Yolanda one, I don't know, because if she going around recording people to get on this mother, she
I'm
might
just
be a
asking.
So
fan.
that could fall into the fan category.
I just want to know who's the fan
That could
people.
fall into like.
That's what I was
I
just
don't know.
asking. That I mean, I don't know. I think it's always something new every year because y'all are, I hate to say it, women, and if that's how the women group is, because believe me, some of y'all side text messages with each other, people will be like, this is real life, and that's how it be. You know that, like, you style enough of them, man.
Yeah,
So,
but I love that. Interesting that I just found out something new. I love that y'all have a Housewives group chat. Like I love that.
Yeah, we
Like,
do have a group chat with everybody on the chat, basically. So, like, you know, if anything's major going on that you want to make sure everybody is a part of, that you want their help promoting or invite everybody to, they normally just send it to the group chat.
So that's dope. So y'all are all quarantined. Y'all are all in this group chat.
But we don't text a lot. It's just like if something happens or.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it ain't that. It ain't like your group chats where you text every day.
Yeah, not
My group
like.
chats will be talking about the reunion. So you know.
Like, yeah.
We ain't doing
I mean, so I get it. I think overall, I think it was a pretty long season with a lot going on. But I think, you know, I loved how it started on how they edited in. Like, I like that. Let me rewind and get you to this point. I thought that was very creative on how they did that. So watching it. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is cool. And I like how you got to it. You started at the beginning, then you got there. Like, I want to see how they get to that part. So I think that part was like good. But I think it's always better when everybody is vulnerable. Like, if you're not vulnerable, then that's where you kind of like lose me. Like, I think that when people are just kind of like, my whole season was about Snakegate, or my whole season was about what you said to me on a text message, and I didn't feel like I got anything more from this person.
Right.
Like, it.
That's why I say, like, with the older cast that's been on the show, it just is more interesting to see, because like watching the stuff with you and Todd this season. Like, I mean, I see y'all like
That
every day.
cringe made me
I
cringe.
would never.
It made you cringe.
It made
Yeah,
me
it did. I
cringe.
was watching it at home, and I was like,
I
was
called
sad
Carmen
to see
and
it.
it made me cringe.
Yeah.
I think that it might have been the absolute most vulnerable, true form, like you all, that I was sitting there like, oh, this is cringe
Well,
worthy.
I mean, that's my thing. Y'all have
Yes.
to know we're a real life marriage.
I know.
So we're gonna have our issues.
No, and I get you, but I think it was like, it took me to those times of on the show where it's like, we've experienced a lot of times like that as a group, like where I was like, oh, this is
I ain't gonna lie
like
to you.
very like,
Watching that,
oh my
probably out of
God.
all the stuff, to me, that was probably like the most realest thing.
That was probably the realest thing I had seen on y'all show in a while. in my
Just
opinion.
because to me, knowing you and Todd and being around y'all, I've never seen y'all argue. Like,
I mean, I've seen those kind of things. It's usually
You done
business.
seen it.
It's usually business, though. I'll be honest. I don't see them
I don't
argue
see you get
personally.
annoyed, but I ain't never see it.
I don't
like
see them
that.
argue personally.
Yeah.
It's usually that kind of dynamic. But
Yeah.
that was like, oh God. And it was, I know those were real emotions. I know that was really how he felt. I know that was, so it was just like sitting there and not knowing that had happened. So I literally, on my own group, I'm like, Carmen, oh my God, did you see our friends? What the hell is going on? Like I was
Y'all
sitting-
got a group chat talking about me.
because I was like cringeworthy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
It was.
And
Well-
so that's the kind of thing that attracts you. Like that's why people like you on the show or like
and
certain.
to be honest, like what you were saying, I know we were like wrapping it up, but to be honest, what you were saying as far as like you needed to see them, that's something that people want to see because there's so many people that's probably relating in those situations like husband and wives. I think that it commends y'all for doing that because you know,
Y'all
like a
really
lot
did.
of stuff that happens to y'all happens off camera, and then
Yeah.
they bring it on camera,
Right.
and then you have to go through that. You have to defend, infidelity situations. You have to defend bad kids. You have to defend money problems. You have to defend all of this stuff. When a lot of times it either be true, it could be not true, but then you have people that is speaking on it. And when I say they bring it to the table as if they're really concerned, but really they're not. They just really come in to try to come
to
at
poke you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
That was one of the key moments. I mean, the counseling part was like, okay, I'm glad y'all are doing that. Like, it was certain parts of this season that, like, I'm gonna be Eva. Her moment for me, the only moment that I really was like, is when she started talking about her baby daddy, because
On the reunion.
it felt like that is somebody that I know. That is some real life stuff. She can't stand the fact that he don't handle his business with his daughter, so she
Right.
can't stand him right now,
Right.
and she don't want to
And
like.
it's very relatable.
Very
you never
relatable.
know how hard that was for Eva.
That
to
was
say
hard
that.
for her.
Right.
And to be honest, to say that and then to say it in a room of people that like
Yes.
her or don't like her.
Yes.
Like, you know
Hard.
what I mean?
Right.
So,
Kenya has wanted this life for years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there and I've been around her and Mark. It is cringeworthy when I start seeing them and it's like, oh my God, this is not her fairy tale. That, like, she is
It
not
wasn't
getting.
like that when you seen him in
No,
person.
I'm talking about
You mean
on
when you watch it
camera.
on
When I
TV?
watch it on TV, I'm like, this ain't the fairy tale that I know she's been wanting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the fairy tale in the beginning that I know Portia had wanted. I know she wanted the
Right.
whole. Like, so when I see those moments, I'm not going to be like, I can't speak on that for, what can I speak for the rest?
Okay, so I'm gonna say overall what I think was missing from this season or the reunions. They don't have the men come on anymore. Because remember
Oh, I
in the
noticed that.
past when we used to have the men come on the reunion and they say their opinions and talk about their situation.
yeah, I feel like they should because
but
y'all
they're
talk
usually
about
more
like-
intertwined.
But still, me and Todd had a lot that we could have talked about during
Yeah.
the reunion. Portia and Dennis obviously had a lot they could have talked about during reunion. Even Mike and Cynthia had a lot that they could
Exactly,
discuss.
and you got to think about it.
And definitely Mark and Kenya.
Because you have women on the show that are speaking for the men. So I
Yeah.
think that would have been cool to have the men.
Yeah,
come
I just
on.
feel like this year for us to have so many relationships on the show, it's not as many single women on the show anymore. So it's so many relationships on the show, but we don't have the men come on and sell their side of, their point of view anymore, which I felt like in the past that was kind of cool that we got to see those things in the past. You know what I mean? Like you think of like old reunions, Peter would
No,
say
I think
stuff.
it's.
Todd was on the-
I think it speaks
Apollo,
to
yeah.
me. I think it works when. I don't think that they actually, and it's good or bad. You can take it all you want. I don't think that they give it enough enough follow through the season to have it vested enough. Like meaning like
That's
like
not
you
fair to say because I mean Dennis was a big part of what was going on with Portia this year.
but
She
what
was
I'm
still
saying,
the voice of the relationship.
that's what I'm saying. Like you and Todd had that scene, you and Todd had another scene, but before it was a continual story that I thought. So guess what? I needed to hear from both of your sides when you got there because I had kind of gotten a lot of it intertwined. I think they've given spot scenes, whereas before Peter was a full-time damn cast member.
Yeah.
Great, like it was so intertwined that it was like, well, if he can't, why ain't he here? Todd was like Apollo. Everybody was intertwined. This
Well, let
time
me
they
say
snapped them
this.
in.
Well, me personally, if I had to have any input on going in the future,
Okay.
I think that they should allow the men to have a little bit more shine going into future seasons because I personally felt like that made the show relatable a little bit more to everybody instead of just telling the woman's side all the time.
It doesn't allow for the guy to actually tell his part of the story. Like we walk off of there and we feel like Dennis just wrong because blah blah blah. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you, because I feel like it's kind of like a double standard. Because you have women that can speak on the man.
Yes,
and
but
when
the man can't speak on it.
When the man defends himself, he either look like he gay or he either look like, why are you talking down to a woman? Let your husband speak. But then again, you have a lot of women that speak on these men, for no reason. And then when a man defends himself, he ends up getting all the backlash.
He gets the backlash. So I'm just saying in general, if you're going to do that, it can't just be that. And I understand it's the Real Housewives, so I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I think that's why the guys are more like, okay, whatever. They kind of are just going with the flow. Whereas if they're going to have a voice, I think you got to let them have a voice. Like Todd had probably one of the most voices. I think Mark could have had more of a voice because he's very boisterous, but he chose not to.
Right.
I don't think any other guys get that. I mean, thank you. I'll help you produce the next season. I'm just trying to let you know.
Yeah, there were some things that we could have, got a little bit more of this year. Overall, I felt like it was pretty good season.
I felt like it was a pretty good season.
I felt like it was a pretty good season. I felt like the viral reunion turned out much better than I thought it would.
Me too.
And, hey, here's to season 12.
Season 12 went down.
On to the next.
On to the next.
They need to bring everybody back.
You keep going on with this everybody.
I'm talking about y'all's cast. Like that was there.
Oh,
They need
okay,
to bring
gotcha.
because I feel like y'all left there not finishing it up. So they need all of the main people. They need to come back to close it out.
Well,
They haven't sent out the letters just yet.
well, Gail said she got a letter on TMZ. Oh, she didn't get her letter? I was just saying. Why? I thought she would be the first to get her letter. I was just, never mind.
See, why you the shady.
I'm not being shady.
Shady boots.
Wasn't it on TMZ? Did you see
That's
that?
why the fans hate you.
Because I'm being honest.
Yeah, well, I can't say if I heard anything about her getting no letter, so I'll believe it when Bravo tells me.
Me too.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens next season. I mean, hell, ain't nobody got their letters as of now, really.
Well, y'all all need to get y'all letters so I can get paychecks for dressing y'all.
Donna.
Get them their letters, Bravo, and I'm out.
Well, you know what? I mean, you never know. The letter might come before we even post this. All right. Well, I gotta go.
On that
note, thank you for watching. Speak on it. Oh yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
I had already heard. I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.